Welcome to our journey through the life and works of Henrik Ibsen, one of the most influential playwrights of all time. From the quiet streets of his hometown Skien to the bustling cafes of 19th-century Rome, Ibsen drew inspiration from every corner of his world. So pack your bags, grab your well-worn copy of A Doll's House, and let's embark on this grand adventure. Our journey begins in Oslo, Norway, at the Ibsen Museum. Here, in this elegant apartment overlooking the royal palace, Ibsen spent the final 11 years of his life. The apartment, meticulously preserved, offers an intimate glimpse into the playwright's daily life. The furniture, the books lining the shelves, even the writing desk where he penned his masterpieces, remain as he left them. The museum also houses a treasure trove of artifacts, original manuscripts, letters, even Ibsen's iconic walking stick. A visit to the Ibsen Museum is a deeply moving experience, a communion with the spirit of a literary master. Our next stop takes us just a short walk from the Ibsen Museum to the Grand National Theatre, a beacon of Norwegian culture, and a place deeply intertwined with Ibsen's legacy. Founded in 1899, the theater has a long history of staging Ibsen's plays, introducing generation after generation to his timeless characters and thought-provoking themes. As you approach the theater, take a moment to admire the imposing statues that stand guard at its entrance, Henrik Ibsen and Bjørnstjerne Bjørnson. Attending a performance of an Ibsen play at the National Theatre is an unforgettable experience. It's a chance to witness the raw power of his writing, the complex characters, and the timeless themes that continue to resonate with audiences today. Even if you can't catch a show, the National Theatre is worth a visit. Our journey takes us south now along the scenic Norwegian coast to the charming town of Grimstad. This picturesque town holds a special place in Ibsen's story, for it was here that the young Henrik, just a teenager at the time, spent 6 formative years of his life. Grimstad was not merely a backdrop to Ibsen's youth, it was a crucible in which his literary talents were forged. The Ibsen Museum in Grimstad, located within the very walls of the pharmacy where he worked, offers a fascinating glimpse into this pivotal period. Walking the streets of Grimstad, one can't help but feel a tangible connection to the young playwright finding his voice. Grimstad is a town steeped in literary history, a place to trace the roots of Ibsen's genius and to witness the early buds of his creative brilliance. Our next destination is Skien, nestled amidst rolling hills and sparkling waterways. It's the birthplace of Henrik Ibsen. Here, Ibsen spent his early childhood. We start at the Ibsen Museum, his home from ages 7 to 16. Walk in Ibsen's footsteps and explore the landmarks of his youth. Skien is a pilgrimage for Ibsen enthusiasts. Witness the landscape that nurtured his imagination. Our journey takes us to Bergen, a city amidst fjords and mountains where Ibsen's theatrical genius began. At 23, Ibsen started as stage manager and playwright at Det Norske Theater. Imagine young Ibsen, navigating the world of sets, costumes, and rehearsals. Though Det Norske Theater is gone, its legacy lives in Den National Scene. Attending a performance here is like stepping back in time. Bergen was a turning point, where Ibsen's voice as a playwright began to resonate. We return now to Oslo, but this time, our journey takes us on a unique literary treasure hunt through the heart of the city. Embedded in the sidewalks along Karl Johans Gate, one of Oslo's main thoroughfares, are bronze inscriptions of Henrik Ibsen's most famous quotes. This Ibsen quote project is a testament to the playwright's enduring legacy, transforming the city into an open-air museum celebrating his words and reminding us of their continued relevance. As you stroll from the bustling hubbub of the Grand Café towards the imposing facade of the National Theatre, keep your eyes peeled for these bronze plaques. These quotes, scattered like breadcrumbs, invite us to walk alongside him, to see the world through his eyes, and to ponder the complexities of the human condition. Our literary pilgrimage takes us next to a beloved Oslo institution, the Grand Café, a place where time seems to stand still, and the echoes of literary giants still linger in the air. Established in 1874, the Grand Café quickly became a favorite haunt of artists, writers, and intellectuals, and Henrik Ibsen was no exception. Imagine Ibsen, seated at his usual table by the window, a cup of coffee in hand, observing the comings and goings of the city's cultural elite. The Grand Café was his second living room, a place to gather with colleagues, engage in lively discussions, and find inspiration in the bustling atmosphere. Don't miss the dedicated space within the café paying homage to Ibsen, with displays of photographs, letters, and other memorabilia, offering a glimpse into his life and times. Our literary journey takes us now far beyond the borders of Norway, following in the footsteps of Henrik Ibsen, as he sought inspiration amidst the sun-drenched canals and palazzos of Venice. Ibsen, like so many artists before and after him, was captivated by the beauty and romance of this floating city, finding in its labyrinthine streets and waterways a source of endless fascination. Ibsen first visited Venice in 1862, and it left an indelible mark on his soul. He returned multiple times throughout his life, seeking refuge from the harsh Scandinavian winters and the constrictions of bourgeois society. Hop aboard a gondola and glide along the canals just as Ibsen would have done. Let the gentle rocking of the boat and the lapping of the water against the gondolas lull you into a contemplative mood, just as it must have inspired Ibsen's creativity. Our next stop takes us south from Venice to the breathtaking Amalfi Coast, a UNESCO World Heritage Site renowned for its dramatic coastline, pastel-colored villages clinging to cliffs, and azure waters that shimmer under the Italian sun. It was here, amidst this idyllic setting, that Ibsen found inspiration for one of his most famous works, A Doll's House. In the spring of 1879, Ibsen and his family escaped the dreary winter of Rome for the warmth and beauty of the Amalfi Coast. They settled in Sorrento, a charming town perched on a clifftop overlooking the Bay of Naples, where Ibsen found the tranquility and inspiration he needed to finish writing his groundbreaking play. Visit the Villa Ruffolo in Ravello, its terraced gardens offering breathtaking views of the coastline, and imagine Ibsen finding inspiration in this idyllic setting as he crafted his masterpiece. Our journey takes us now to the heart of Italy, to Rome, the Eternal City, a place that has captivated artists, writers, and thinkers for centuries. Drawn by its rich history, vibrant culture, and mild climate, Ibsen spent several extended periods in Rome, finding in its ancient ruins and bustling piazzas a source of endless inspiration. It was during these Roman sojourns that Ibsen wrote some of his most powerful and enduring works, plays that challenged societal norms and explored the complexities of the human condition. Imagine Ibsen strolling through the Roman Forum, the ruins of temples and basilicas, whispering tales of a glorious past, or perhaps sitting at a cafe in Piazza Navona, observing the street performers and the ebb and flow of Roman life. Visit the Norwegian Institute in Rome, a cultural center that promotes Norwegian arts and culture abroad. We journey now to Dresden, Germany, a city renowned for its Baroque architecture, world-class art museums, and tumultuous history. It was here, in this city straddling the banks of the Elbe River, that Henrik Ibsen spent 5 years of his life, a period marked by both creative ferment and personal upheaval. Ibsen arrived in Dresden in the summer of 1868, seeking a change of scenery and a fresh perspective after the success of his play, Peer Gynt. During his time in Dresden, Ibsen completed 2 of his major plays, Pillars of Society and A Doll's House, works that marked a turning point in his career, solidifying his reputation as a master playwright and a fearless social commentator. Explore the Neustadt district, located on the north bank of the Elbe River, where Ibsen resided during his time in Dresden. Our journey culminates in Munich, Germany, a city brimming with art, culture, and a certain joie de vivre. It was here in the heart of Bavaria that Henrik Ibsen spent the last years of his international travels before returning to his native Norway. Ibsen arrived in Munich in 1885, seeking respite from the controversy surrounding his play Ghosts, which had sparked outrage and debate across Europe with its unflinching portrayal of hypocrisy and social injustice. Explore the Schwabing district, known for its bohemian spirit and its association with artists like Wassily Kandinsky and Paul Klee. Though Ibsen would eventually return to Norway, his time in Munich marked an important chapter in his life, a period of reflection, renewal, and continued artistic exploration. Thank you for joining us on this literary journey through the life and works of Henrik Ibsen. From the quiet streets of his hometown Skien to the bustling cafes of 19th century Rome, we've traced the footsteps of a literary master, exploring the places that shaped his genius and ignited his imagination. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more travel and literary adventures.